Hi, it's June from Paintspotsandpaper. I just thought I'd pop in and show you how I'm getting on with this Oriental journal. I've done quite a lot on it, and today I'm just going to concentrate on some ephemera for it. I did complete this one. I'm not too sure if I'm happy with it, but it can stay in there now. I think I've added some gold to it and mounted it on the tag. So yeah, that one's finished. Just quickly flick through. I have added a few more bits and I've been strengthening some of the pages. This I've got to glue in there. I hope I'm in shot. No, I'm not really, am I? Sorry about that. That's better. I think I'm a bit nearer now. Yeah, I've got to glue that in there. It's quite thick coffee dyed and I've stenciled it that side, and that's going to go in there. It'll be more journaling space. And I've had to do a few pages to strengthen them because some of it wasn't really strong enough. And I've put a few more of these in journaling spots. I'll take that out because these little ones I'm going to put tabs on them before they go back in. What else have I done? I think I showed you these. Yeah, I did show you these. Some little notepads that I've made. That one's also going to come out. Yeah, I'm just going to put tabs on those. Some quick flick through here. Well, I've made this little flip down thing. It's actually made from Japanese rice paper, and it just pulls down a little piece of cotton on it. Oops, it's quite delicate, but it pulls down to be written on, and I just thought that'd be an extra little bit of a novelty in there. And this once again is the the punch that I've got, and that just holds together with a paper clip, and just a little piece of ribbon that I thought went quite well. What else have I done? I've strengthened that page and put that, and I've put a few lighter pages on. Put a pocket in there. These are some others. I've got to punch a hole in the top or put a tab on them of some kind, and add something on the top yet. And that's got to be inked a bit on that side, I think. But these are the ones that I drew myself with pen and coloured in. I did these with watercolour pencil and some white acrylic pen. Quite pleased with the way they've come out. I've done a couple of those to go in here. I'll just put it in there for now. I'm not certain exactly where it's going finally. And there's another one that I've done. They were quite quick and easy to paint actually. They were quite good. Yeah, I've put a lighter page in now. I've got to put something down here because I can't seem to get that to go flat. I've got, just want to hide that piece really. I was thinking of putting something like this down here. Or maybe a piece of the fabric, the same as the fabric flip. I've got another pocket there. Another one of the journaling spaces there. I've put that picture in now. That little thing up there. And that's about it really. I've been playing around with ideas for the cover because I want to decorate it in some way. But yeah, I haven't quite, I've more or less decided what I'm going to put on there, so maybe I'll be able to show you next time. But anyway, so what I'm working on, I've been cutting out these pieces for tags and for journaling cards, and what I've done is I've cut out what I'm going to have as the main picture on the journaling card. I'll show you with this one. And that will go on that, because I thought the pink went really nicely with the card behind it. And then I've cut these to size and rounded the corners with a corner punch, and they'll go on there to make it into a journaling card to write on. And I've also done one of the tags so far. That will be going on there. And then I've cut some coffee dyed paper to go on the back for writing on. So I think just for today I'm just going to get on with gluing a few of these together and see how far I get. I haven't got a great deal of time today because I'm expecting visitors, but yeah, I should be able to get a couple of them done. If I can just get them glued together, it'll be something, won't it? And I want to just, excuse me reaching across, just want to put a little bit of black soot distress ink around the edges, just basically to get rid of any pale edges. I'm just going to quickly do that. I don't know whether I've already done this one actually. No, I haven't. But it just gets rid of the pale bits. I was supposed to have been going out tonight, but I'm staying over at my friend's house, but unfortunately I've hurt my toe and I can't get my shoes on at all. So I thought, well, while I'm in, I might as well get on and get some of this done. It's a shame because we were going to sit out this evening in her garden, but because it's, you know, she's got quite a sheltered garden, and apparently here we're going to have some, it's quite sunny and warm out there now actually, but we are actually going to have some sunshine. But what I'm going to do is do this video, and then I think I'm off out into the garden, into the she shed, have the doors open, and also we've put in a very small wildlife pond in the garden. It's only a tiny little thing, but I bought some pond plants for it the other day. Oh, that's very straight. I should stand up and do this really. Yeah, I'm going to stand. I don't suppose I'll get it any straighter, but that's as close as it's going to get, I think. Right, I'm going to have to re-glue it. But yeah, so we've put this little pond in. I've got pond plants for it, and we've now actually got it in and put some slabs around the edges of it. So I'm hoping this weekend to, I've got the pump, I'm going to put the pump in it and plant the plants. I've got to get a couple more of those baskets that you sink the plants in with. But we've, I think I mentioned before actually, for for the second time actually, we've found we've got newts coming into the garden, and we've had frogs in the garden before, so actually I'm going to straighten that off. Yeah, so we want to encourage the wildlife. I don't want fish in it, don't want fish in a pond. A, it's too small, and B, I just don't want fish. I just want just wildlife, you know, frogs, newts, pond skaters, anything really, dragonfly larvae, mayfly larvae, anything that wants to come in there really. Nice sort of pond plants in it. I've bought a little single water lily as well, because it's not big enough to have many of those in. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to getting it going. I think there's a little fountain on the pump, so we'll have the sound of running water as well, which would be pretty. And we've sort of tucked it round. Half of it is sort of in the sun to a degree, and the other half of it is in the shade, so that it doesn't get too green, and also it's away from the trees so it doesn't get full of leaves. And we've done that, and we've got the we've left some wildlife areas, I believe I mentioned before, on the lawn, which isn't just for no mow, May, or whatever it's called. Ours is going to be a permanent feature, and the grass is growing really lovely and long around the trees, the fruit trees in it now. It's only a small garden, it, you know, make it sound like a huge thing, but it's not. But yeah, I think it's going to be really, really nice when it gets. Yeah, it doesn't get finished, does it? It's an ongoing thing, isn't it? Work in progress, a garden. I'm always moving plants because I've usually put them in the wrong place in the first place. But I'm just going to clip the corners on that. Sit back down now, June. So I hope you're all having a nice day and are well. I hope you've got a bit of the sunshine. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this completed. Let me think, what side did I want? I think what I was going to put on this one now. Head like a sieve. I don't think it was that one. No, that was going to go on. I'll do this one next because I know what's going on. Sorry, I'm muttering. I know what's going on with this one, I think, so I'm going to do this next. It's just... Yeah, I'd like to get this finished because, as I've said before, I've got a lot of projects that I started and that need finishing. So I'm still not sure whether that's the one I wanted on there. Bear with me. One of those days, I think. I'm going to do this one. I'll do that in a minute when I've decided if it's how I really want it. Yeah, as I was saying, I've got a few traveller's notebooks that I started, but, and I hate to say this word at the beginning of June, but they're Christmas ones. Christmas traveller's notebooks. I started them last year and then I was ill, so they didn't get finished, and yeah, so I've got to get on with those. And and I want to start a new project. As I said before, I need to start a new project so that I can intersperse working on old projects in between working on a new one. So I want to do it more or less start to finish. I think I've already got, I'm not sure if I'm going to, if I've got to make the cover, then I'll be doing a whole lot start to finish. But if I do a project with one of the covers I've got made, then obviously that will already be made. Or I have got an altered, I've got a book prepped to be an altered book. So I may well use that. But all I've done is taken out the pages I don't want in it, and what's what I've done to it? Oh, and I've folded back pages and made pockets and things like that. So that's ready to get started on. I'm rather fancying the idea of that. I don't know, I can't make up my mind. I've got 2 or 3 themes in mind. And once again, I can't make up my mind on. Crooked as ever with me. Perhaps I can neaten them afterwards. It doesn't really matter, does it? And I've got no nails. That's what happens when you're a potter. You have to chop all your nails off, and then when you go to pick something up off the desk, you can't. Let's see if I can. I wonder if I tidy it up this side, then it's going to be. Oh. No, I'm going to leave it as it is actually, because I'll probably only make it worse. That needs a bit more glue in there. Corners off. And I'll be putting tabs on these as well as the other ones. Let's do this. I'm going to do this this tag. Hope I'm still in shot. I'm not really with it. I've taken painkillers and they tend to make you a bit not with it, I suppose. That's the word I'm looking for. Well, I don't know. Is it the word I'm looking for? Who knows? I'm not going quiet. Try and leave a little bit of border. That's still right, is it? I am hopeless at getting things straight. Not that you'd notice. That's as good as it's going to get. See if I can get the back bit put on it. They've all got to have tabs put on them. Excuse me while I just have a quick drink of my tea. See what else I've got. I've got printer problems as well at the moment, which is just as well I've got lots of books and things because yeah, my blue on my printer isn't going through, and I have cleaned the print head so many times. It's ridiculous. I've got through so much paper and so much ink trying to do that, and I'm trying to find out. It's HP printer, and I'm trying to find out who you contact, or whether to take it to a local Curry's, or I don't know where to take it to get the print heads professionally cleaned. That's really well crooked. Yeah, I've no idea where to take it or what to do about getting them cleared. They're obviously not going to clear themselves. Not when I keep, no matter how many print head cleans I do. My dog starts to bark. Excuse my dog barking. There's my partner coming in, I think. No, there's just out there. I didn't hear a car pull up. Actually heard something. Poppy! Excuse me. She's half Lhasa Apso, and apparently the Chinese emperors used to keep them not as guard dogs because she'd run away, but as warning dogs. And apparently they used to keep them in their palaces as warning dogs, and that's why she barks at the slightest thing. But she's only doing her job. I don't mind really. The strange thing is, at night, because she sleeps in my room with me at night, I could be sitting up reading with the light on and she'd bark if she heard a noise. And yet, as soon as I turn my light off, if she hears anything then, she still warns me, but she doesn't bark. She's very, very quiet, and she just gives this little low growl and moans, you know, sort of thing. Yeah, and I've not taught her to do that she's not allowed to make too much noise once the light's off, but she just does it automatically. She just seems to know. And she hasn't been taught it either, because I've had her 4 years, and when I got her, she'd lived the first 4 years of her life in a kennel. So, I mean, she hadn't even been walked on a lead. So, yeah, it's strange how they seem to have a sense to do these things, isn't it? But I don't mind, because if there was anybody, you know, in the garden or hanging around at night, alright, she wouldn't protect me, but she will give me some warning. And there's a lot to be said for that, I think, so. Yeah, so she's just doing her job, so excuse her when she has her little episodes of barking. This is good exercise on standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down. Probably the most exercise I'll get today with my toe the way it is. It's such a nuisance. I think, did I say I've already said this, then excuse me, but yeah, my feet were freezing cold this morning because I suffer with peripheral neuropathy. I had cancer a few years ago and had to have chemotherapy, and it left me with peripheral neuropathy, but which makes my feet get very cold anyway, especially on the left side. And yeah, my feet were cold this morning, so I put on some really thin socks and found yeah, and found a pair of slippers that were quite large, so there'd be plenty of room in there for my toe. But yeah, within half an hour of wearing them, it was just too painful. So then I had to go up, and I've got 2 pairs of socks on now, a thin pair and a thick pair over the top. But at least it's not painful, there's nothing pushing against the toe. So, no doubt if it carries on I should have to go and see the doctor, but that's another adventure entirely, isn't it, getting a doctor's appointment. It's awful really, isn't it, because it's making us, well, I don't know about you, but it's making us avoid going unless we've really got to, which is all wrong, but it does put you off, doesn't it? Puts you off trying to get an appointment. You know, gone are the days when you could book an appointment in advance. You could say, oh, can I have an appointment in a couple of days' time, or can I have an appointment next week, I've got to come back, or anything like that. But no, it's all phone up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then unless you dash and get on the phone and you're the first one, there you are waiting, aren't you? And that drives me around the bend. I haven't got a lot of patience, I suppose, I don't know, but no, I don't like doing waiting. Not when I could be getting on with something else. That's the trouble, I think, of all the other things I could be getting on with. I didn't prep these on camera because I thought it was pretty boring. Just seeing me cut bits of paper on card. I've got to do some more fussy cutting later. But it is mainly now ephemera and decorating. The actual main bulk of it's done. A bit crooked. If you think straight, don't come here. But I don't even notice once it's all decorated up, to be honest with you. Let's just do those corners. Excuse me, I'm just making sure I'm still recording. Yeah. Just hoping I'm in frame. That's as far as I can go with those at the moment. I've got to get some more cut out. But what I am going to do is now this is going to be the cover. I'm making one of those concertina pockets. I've already made one. I'll just show you. Let's have a look. Yeah, I made this the other day, and I'll show you where it's going. It will glue onto a page somewhere, like that, and then when the back is glued on, let me see if I can show you. When the back is glued on, hope I'm in frame, then it will be, you probably know what I'm going to do anyway, but I'll show you roughly, and then you'll be able to pull it forward, and you'll have all the pockets putting tags in. I've made this one already, and what I've got, I think they're quite cute. They're a bit different. It's something a bit more novel, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to just, oh, excuse my stomach rumbling then. Haven't had lunch yet. I think I have inked around this one, but I'll just make sure. I'll decorate it with so I cut everything in advance because it just makes it a lot quicker and easier to show you, and perhaps not quite so boring. I'm going to have that little strip down the side for decoration. This black ink edging goes quite nice for an Oriental journal. Right, now let's just see if my do the new pair of eyes, really, I think. Doesn't help I wear contact lenses, and in this weather, I don't know, I think it's the pollen makes them go a bit misty. Excuse me, have a sip of my tea. I'm just going to see if I've got time to quickly show you how I made. I might just have time, or time to start it anyway. I've done the front of it. Excuse me, I forgot to wipe my nose on. Oh dear. Yeah, it's a bit trickly in this weather, I think. Where was it? Oh yeah. So, I'll make a start on this anyway. I don't know if I'll have time to finish it today, but what I'm doing is those little they're called trying to think what this is called. I'm sure you're all yelling it at me. Not wax bags. No, it's gone. It'll come back in a minute, hopefully. But what I'm doing is I'm taking off the little flap with the sticky strip. I'm keeping them because they might come in handy for something. And I'm just doing 5. So that seems quite a nice number to do. Oh, what are these called? Can't think what they're called. Your mind goes blank, doesn't it? Oh, mine does. Glassine bags, that's it. I knew it'd come to me. Don't know if it's an age thing or the drugs I'm on or what it is. That sounds good, doesn't it? The drugs I'm on. Not those sort they are prescribed. Yeah, glassine bags. I said in one of my earlier videos I ordered some of these off Amazon. And at the time I was saying that the whole order hadn't come through, but I was mistaken, there was another package. I just hadn't seen it. I expected it all to be in the one box. What I'm doing is I've got them all so that the dipped part of the opening is facing forwards. Put them together. I've got to remember how to do this, so bear with me. I struggled a bit with the other one because I haven't done one of these for years. But here goes. Sorry, off camera. Yeah, that's 2 together. Yeah, I'm just gluing the bottoms together. I don't know actually if this is entirely necessary to do this bit. It probably is, and I'm probably just making work for myself. As I say, it's a long time since I've done these, so you have to excuse me if I'm getting it a little bit wrong, but the actual concept will still work. She says hopefully. Oops. Poppy's heard something else. Right, now what I've done, I've turned them round, and I'm going to start at the back because I find that easier, otherwise I get confused. It doesn't take a lot. And then I'm just running some glue down the centre of the front, putting the next one down, doing the same again. Doesn't have to be exact, as central as you can, but you know, the actual how far up and down you put the glue, as long as it's most of it is predominantly at the top. I don't know if I'm making this clear or not, but I am trying. That's it. So they're all joined together. And then all you do basically is just glue the front of the first one, to the front cover of the pocket. I'm tucking mine down there a bit. Just going to try and get it in the middle. And then hopefully there's that, and then of course this bit will be stuck onto your page and it becomes a concertina pocket, which I think is really cool. I saw one of these done a very long time ago and I've always liked them ever since. So yeah, and then you just slot your tags in as I showed you with the other one, and Bob's your uncle. So there, I'm just going to trim that off the top there because that looks a bit untidy. I'm going to take it down a bit, and I think I trimmed the other ones at the top. Yeah, I've got a feeling I did. Let's see if I can do this without causing too much damage. These are front ones glued on, so that's fine. Yeah, and there you have it, another little concertina pocket. So I'm just going to make some little tags to go in there and decide where that's going and where the other one's going. I think I'll do a thumb hole in there, as I did with the other. Look. That'll be fine. A bit of ink around there. We're ready to go. Perhaps we'll have another little stamp on there if I can find one. Oh, this one will be okay. Let's trim them up a little bit more. I was in here last night and it's amazing. You come in, don't you, and oh, just do that and you're straight down a rabbit hole, and then next minute you look round, you've been in there 2 hours. I find that doing one thing then leads on to another and then on to another. But it's fun and I love it, so I don't mind in the least. So I'm just going to put this on. I hope that didn't interfere too much. I just had the low battery sign come up. Oh, it's a flipping nuisance. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on the film, but I hope it didn't obliterate out too much. I don't know how long it had been there, but I'll check the film in a minute. And see. I'm going to put this one over here. That's it. So there we have it. Some ephemera done. Got some journal cards. 2 concertina pockets. And I've got a tag. 1, 2, 3, 4 journal cards done. So that's a start on the ephemera, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that that low battery sign didn't cut out too much of the video or block it out. I don't know if it does or not. So I won't know till I've checked through the video. But, oh, here we go. At least it's in. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been lovely having you here. And enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.